I'm not going to die for you guys to love me. I'm not going to die for you guys to care about me. You right now. I want you to know you. That's how I feel. You on behalf of Trayvon, Tamir, George, Tyre, all of these guys that had to die for y'all to have an inkling of compassion for them.
Trailhand Bill, reporting live from South Florida. You hear the birds chirping. It is a very beautiful Friday. I don't even know how to express how I feel about the fact that Tyre, Nichols, and Chad Mast and many other names aren't here to enjoy it with us. I recorded this video about 2 years ago on my other platform, and you're going to see the watermarks and everything for it. I could have easily edited that out because I am a very private person and I try to keep my platform separate. I shut that one down anyway, so I don't create content over there. But I just want you to know it's in its rawest form. You guys are used to a certain type of content over here. I was doing it differently over there. There is music in the background. It may be too loud, so I understand if you're not able to listen to it because you don't care for it. But the video with Chad is coming too. I'm probably just going to re-upload the one that I did, just like I'm doing this one. Because I won't be covering these cases anymore that I can tell. So for those of you who wanted to know how I feel about them, honestly, my feelings haven't changed much at all.
Can I tell you the most disgusting thing about the Tyre Nichols case? To me, it's my opinion, right? Rest in peace to that man. I don't know anything about him. I very well may not like him if he were here, or his father for that matter. They very well may be the type of men that I absolutely despise. They very well may be the type of men who contribute to what I'm trying to talk about here. But I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it honestly and slowly. I'm not going to jump out the window and get frustrated, man. I've seen so many people reporting on this case, from the major news outlets to, just the people in the comments, And it's almost like the father that's standing right there that we all can see does not exist. I watched the attorney Ben Crump talk. I watched the pastor speak, and obviously we watched his mom speak. We watched the police chief speak, who I think is also very culpable in his murder, much more close to being culpable in his murder than she is any kind of hero. We've heard from everyone but the dad. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, can we hear from him? I personally don't want to hear from anybody but him. I'm tired of hearing everybody else speak and tell us how they feel about this man's son, including his mom, and I don't get to hear anything from the dad. It's part of why y'all look at us like utilities and non-humans right now, because in these situations, you don't hear how we feel about it. How do you think a man feels when the whole world is constantly talking about his son being murdered, and he was murdered allegedly? I don't know what happened in this situation. I have no intentions of watching that video whatsoever. But he was allegedly beat to death by these cops. I don't know. I can't jump out the window and say that this man, that these 5 men beat this man. I don't know what happened, and I'm not watching any video. I just know what everybody is saying. I know what the attorney said. I've seen screenshots of what his mom said. I refuse to listen to that. We've heard about female grief. I don't want to take anything from her pain, but damn it, the world is swamped in female grief and victimhood. We need to realize that men are human too. That's why I say I don't want to hear from anybody but his father. So I know what the retorts are going to be. What if he doesn't want to speak? I wouldn't be surprised to find out he absolutely does not want to talk. I really wouldn't. Somebody said too, side note, I guess in the video, whatever, he allegedly asked for his mom. I don't know how you guys know these things. Like I said, I don't watch stuff like that. I really would be snapping and cursing. But somebody said, yeah, he maybe he doesn't want to speak, and that's part of it. You think that you offer that as if it's an answer or a solution, and you don't realize it's part of the problem. There's probably men in your life, or a man right beside you right now, who's struggling with things internally that he would love to vent and talk to somebody about or run by somebody. And he's not going to say a word because he knows he's wasting his time. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of his breath. He's tried to share his heart with you before. He's tried to speak with you before. And in many various ways, or whatever ways you have, you shut him down. I don't know this because I don't know you. I don't even know who will be listening to this video. But I watch the world. I'm watching the world right now. I'm watching how these cases unfold every single time. Lindsay Clancy, look it up. I'll spell it for you. L-I-D-L-I-N-D-S-A-Y. I forgot the N. My bad. S-A-Y or S-Y-C-L-A-N-C-Y just murdered her 5-year-old daughter, 3-year-old son, and from all intents and purposes tried to kill the 8-month-old too, but the 8-month-old survived. And then she tried to kill herself. I am so thankful that the police charged her, and I pray that they will go with the fullest extent. I'm not going to jump out the way. It's not my job. I'm glad that they charged her, and the justice system will do what it's supposed to do here. I just hope they do it the right way. I hope they treat this case the same way they would treat it if a man had murdered those kids. Or you need to start treating men who do this the same way you treat women. I'm not even going to get into that. I brought that up to say you can go online right now and see that case. Everybody, they're not even really talking about the 2 children she murdered. Everybody's feeling sorry for her. But even those who do mention the children, I can tell you who they're not mentioning. The man whose children were just murdered. So when we go back to this Tyre Nichols, or Tyre Nichols, however you say his name, I don't mean any disrespect to the brother. Like I said, rest in peace. When we go back to that case, and then I begin to hear, well, what if he doesn't want to talk? Or you guys say things like that. Of course, why would he? You guys never care how you don't think about it. We are nothing to you. Literally, let me say this again. Why did Lindsay Clancy murder her 5 and 3-year-old children and that have a husband? We're not talking about dads that are not in the picture, because I'll never mention them. And when I say not in the picture, I'm saying the kids don't live with them, not that they're not around. I'm talking about they're there. They're just as much a parent as the mom is, but they don't actually live in a house with the kids. We know y'all not bringing them up. But these are 2 instances where these men were husbands. These are fathers. There are no reports that these men did anything wrong besides have the children murdered. Y'all don't even care to mention them. Do you know how much that breaks my heart? As for them, not me. For men in this world who really think y'all care about them, and they never challenge you to actually love them, because they're satisfied with it. And y'all look at me like I'm crazy because I'm always ranting. All I'm saying is actually love these people, man. Stop pretending so damn much. The father is right there in both of these damn cases, and I can show you the reason I even turned on this video is because I've thought about making this video, but the reason I'm making it now is I got fed up. I seen another headline. Hey, Tyre's mom, we love you. No. He loved you. Your son loved you, and we love you too. He didn't love his father? Y'all don't love his father? I said this in the comments in the YouTube, and somebody, because they said to his mom, oh, we feel so bad about him. I said, damn, his dad's standing right there. You didn't even mention him one time. I mean, he's literally standing right. He's bigger than her. You can't miss him. You didn't mention him one time. And then the YouTube commenter comes back and say, well, yeah, Dad, we love you too. No, you don't. No, you don't. And that's why I say I'm going to go slow and be calm, because this just makes me want to curse that you literally post. Y'all don't. Oh, I'm going to rehash it. So maybe my mind, I'm in the twilight zone. We're all watching the live press conference. You send out so much compassion and empathy to the mom, standing right by her husband, the young man who's deceased's father. You don't even mention him until I wasn't even talking to the person. I just said it in the comment section because it's pissing me off how every social media platform, everybody's talking about everybody but these dads. So I said it, and then the person gonna come back and say, well, this is the person that said he called his mom's name, but Dad, we love you too. So you need somebody to remind you to have compassion for men, and you don't think that's problematic? Let me say this before I forget it. I'm confused about why you guys think the chief is a hero in this situation, because she's coming out approaching it how she's approaching it. I guess, because I guess it would be easier to come out and defend them. I guess she's probably going to get some behind the scenes backlash from the blue line, the thin blue line. I don't know. But are you really a hero? I'm more proactive, guys. I'm not trying not to be judgmental and condemning, but I'm more proactive. And my mind thinks like this. I would have wanted to be the leader over the department where my team, I don't want to use the word fear, but for lack of a better term right now, would be terrified to do something like that. The first thing that comes in my mind is, under your leadership, why were 5 of your team members comfortable beating a man, allegedly? Once again, I'm going by what you... Too many people are saying it for me to believe it's not true, but I have to also say I didn't see this with my own eyes, and I have no intentions of watching that video. When I see things like that, it's because I'm scrolling or something and it just autoplay, or somebody got a picture of it or something. I don't watch stuff like that. I don't indulge it. I don't put that in my spirit because it's going to make me go, But why were the guys under your command so comfortable doing this? What kind of department are you running? I feel like I said, you're closer to being a co-conspirator in murder than you are any type of hero or shero. Because why were they so comfortable doing something like this under your command? 5 of them, men. We're supposed to be the more logical ones. Nothing in them and their logic click. Nothing in knowing that they would have to answer to you or whoever their immediate superior was click to make them. And ultimately, you're everybody's superior, right? Because you're the chief. So nothing clicked to say, nah, you're going to get me, chief ain't going to go. No, nothing clicked. So I don't think right now, even though I acknowledge that you may get some backlash from Blue Lives Matter and the Thin Blue Line, I don't necessarily think you're a hero here. I think you're doing a cleanup job. I think that video is going to drop and there's going to be indisputable, but it's been that before and y'all still lie and say the person who died was wrong and the cops were right. I really just think you're doing a cleanup job here. And I may be wrong, but it's just, I have to ask the question, why were people under your command comfortable doing this in the first place? It goes back to, like y'all say, and I didn't put this online, because it's kind of a frail argument in a sense, but it also adds, it'll work. The math will math a little bit. But it's kind of like when y'all say these kids do crazy things and a parent should be blamed for it. And the reason it's a frail argument is because we expect more from adults than we do from kids, obviously. But it still points to the leadership aspect. Like, this is your area. This is your arena. You're supposed to set the tone in here. Now, you ain't got to be no dictator, but you're supposed to set the tone. And the tone that you set should tell your officers, hey, man, we don't need to be behaving like this. They should be good officers. So, once again, it begs the question, what kind of department are you running that you have people on your staff with them act like this? 5 of them. Ain't no telling how many more. We just got these 5 on video. I did see a report that there had been several complaints before this. And nobody did anything. And I believe the report. I didn't listen to it or go into detail and doing the research, but I'm going to tell you why I believe it. And I'm not going to say I believe it. I'm going to tell you why it has credibility. They were actually, in the video or whatever it was I seen, they were interviewing the guy who was saying it. And we know police are corrupt, so, I'm going to tell you what I get from this Tyre Nichols situation, man. Goes back to what's been on my heart and mind a lot lately. Love the people in your life. And if we're talking about men, love the men in your life. If we're talking about black men, especially black people, love the black men in your life, not the pseudo fake stuff. Really love them. Because it's just so insulting and disrespectful to me that the American world absolutely cares nothing about black men until we're dead, until we're murdered. What living black man are you? Where's the living Tyre that you're supporting right now? Where's the living George Floyd that you're literally and actually and genuinely loving right now? Whether you're black, green, whatever you are, where is your living Trayvon Martin? Why in the hell does he have to be on the ground in a pile of blood for you to march for him? Why the hell does he have to have you do something? Since you care so much about justice and, humans, just say humans. Since you care so much in this, let's segment it off and get a demographic here. Men, segment it off again. Black, but since you care so much on your own time and on your own accord, do some research into the criminal justice system and the injustices that black men face in that. We're alive right now. I'm not going to die for you guys to love me. I'm not going to die for you guys to care about me. Fuck you right now. I want you to know, fuck you. That's how I feel. Fuck you on behalf of Trayvon, Tamir, George, Tyre, all of these guys that had to die for y'all to have an inkling of compassion for them. Fuck you. I mean that. I'm not mad at you. I'm saying I'm mad, but I'm not mad. I am mad at you. I'm lying. Like, see, this is why I say I want to go slow in the beginning. My emotions are all over the place because y'all don't understand how disrespectful and insulting that is, that a black man has to be on the damn ground bleeding. And in many cases, other men too, other races and cultures of men has to be on the ground bleeding and dead for y'all to give a damn about it. These men may go for it, but as long as I'm here, I won't. And I will use my voice to remind them that they shouldn't either. And you're self-righteous, with all these wonderful, good, appropriate things that you are, you should love people for real. Not just when they get in precarious situations and they're not even here anymore to receive or feel that love. I think y'all disrespecting that man's memory. I think y'all disrespecting the memory of every dead black man who died under precarious circumstances that they should have never died under. Because you do not show any type of genuine concern until they're dead. And for me, that's a problem. That's a major, major problem, man. Major. Y'all can look over it. I won't. Rest in peace, big dog. For some closing context, if you are unfamiliar with the Tyre Nichols situation, obviously his name is on the screen. His name is very viral right now because they just concluded the case and found, I guess, all of the officers who not guilty. I'll leave that there.
And also on this channel, I specifically spoke to my people by race about the things that I wanted to speak to them about. So I don't want anyone to take offense at some of the points that I made. That's where that was coming from, and I don't apologize for them. My thoughts and prayers go out to these gentlemen's loved ones and anyone who suffered at the hands of the American government and their coward minions. It should not be so, but God has a plan, and in the end, I promise you, at least I believe, as long as we trust him, we win. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.